It is about formation of crystals of copper sulphate. We will first mix sand. We will mix sand with a solute which is called as copper sulphate, having formula CuSO4. We are going to this beautiful colored salt copper sulphate in a china dish that is having sand. So we are physically mixing copper sulphate crystals in a china dish and physically mixing the mixture. So that is mixing of a mixture. Clear?
Yes.
Then I will place aside china dish, and then further procedure is take a funnel. This apparatus is called funnel. Narrow end of funnel is closed with cotton. Make sure your funnel is tightly closed with cotton. The reason is that if you don't tightly close the narrow end of your test tube, your funnel, then steam in the form of vapors of your salt will disappear in the environment. There will be no crystals on the filter paper to see. That was funnel, the narrow end of which is tightly closed with cotton. And then the next apparatus is filter paper, and we have to make wet the walls of test tube wet in order to tightly adhere this filter paper with your funnel. So your packing of filter, that is filter paper watchman number 1. Your packing of filter paper will be first 2 half and then second in the form of a triangle, and then layering will be 3:1. 3 layers one side and 1 layer on another side. So I'll fix this filter paper, the pointing and moving toward downward, and then tightly adhere. Suppose your filter paper is not adhering properly because you haven't wet the wall of your test tube tightly, then you can pour some drop of waters beside the wall of this filter paper in order to adhere it tightly. Otherwise it will fall down and you can't see the crystals of copper sulphate. Clear? Now I am going to put this inverted funnel on this china dish. Our next step is start heating. After heating 15 to 20 minutes, you can see the crystals of your pure copper sulphate salt on the inner surface of your filter paper, and the residue left behind will be a pure sand mixture. There will be no more copper sulphate seen inside the mixture of sand. So that is purification of mixture of copper sulphate and sand by heating method. Now we will start our heating. First of all, I'll switch off your Bunsen burner, or you can say your spirit lamp. In order to make the heat more quickly, I'll give the spot to this apparatus that will quickly heat your mixture. Clear? That was activity performed for physical separation of your mixture by heating process.